Come on. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's my life, my time, my rights, my rhymes, my grind, my struggle, hustle, sweat in my blood too. A predator smells fear, and I smell a lot. My competitors fled scared, but they smelled I was hot. I want it all in excess, the sex and much success. Stress sucks, I want it all, no less, so come on.
What up? It's your boy T-Ray here, the reaction to Today's Wrestling Wednesday. So I have been coming across this via the homie Kicking It with Ross, representing Clutch Squad. So this is what, like I said, as a late cousin of Ross, I've been okay with doing some of these informational wrestling videos when it's like just talking and screenshots and some clips, not like moving clips or anything. Well, this one's a good one to watch right here because this is major facts. But it's called "What Made Smackdown in 2000s So Awesome." Yes, it's about to be the A show again. It's pretty much the A show now, but before it went back to being the B show and Raw was the A show, it was indeed the A show. Half of it was cause at the time Smackdown was on local channels like UPN, where the channel for UPN that was local station where everybody could see it. Even you had cable, you could watch it though. That's was part why it did anything, because I think at the time I started watching SmackDown first when I was returning to watching wrestling, because I stopped for a minute because I think like a little bit because it was too much trying to keep up with it as a kid, and then I guess and I was too cold on WF. I like fell off a little bit and I was watching it here and there with my cousins. And then I started going back to it again because of the SmackDown, the Attitude Game and all of that, and SmackDown was like the first one I started watching fully. Then I started watching Raw again and all of that. But yeah, SmackDown in the 2000s was the shit. Yes, everything about SmackDown. Even before, even when it wasn't the it was no brand split and nothing like that. When stories from continue from was Raw to SmackDown to Raw to SmackDown to Raw, sometime in between on Heat, but Raw, SmackDown, then pay-per-view, then Raw, SmackDown, sometime Heat, Raw, SmackDown, wherever. Yeah, that's how it was right there before the brand split or anything. Well, anyway, without further ado, here is what made SmackDown in the 2000s so awesome. Let's get it.
Alright guys, before we get into today's video, we gotta talk about something very, very important. So first things first, I just want to say, I love my balls. Okay, and the thing is, in this world, when you really love...
I don't care about Manscaped or your balls. I mean, Manscaped's a good thing, but I don't care about your balls, because... Anyway, let's get to the video.
In the 2000s, you had to pick a side when it came to many things. You were either Team PlayStation 3 or Team 360. You were either a Kobe fan or a LeBron fan, Crosby or Ovechkin. Who had the better diss track, Jay-Z or Nas? Team Edward or Team J... Wait. This is not my Twilight fan fiction channel. Never mind, scratch that. What the fuck? And the most important question, without a doubt, was were you on Team Smackdown or Team Raw? Back in the day, as I've said many times before in other videos, Smackdown vs. Raw was more than just a video game. So it
is about the brand split. Okay.
Wrestling version of Crips versus Bloods. But then again, you had to choose.
With the brand split, SmackDown was actually starting to look more better than Raw, because like Raw was about the entertainment and all that. SmackDown was truly about the wrestling
side. I don't care if you watch both, deep down everyone had a favorite. And the thing is, when I look back at it, I was no doubt, no questions asked about it. Through and through, I was a SmackDown kid. UPN, CW, My Network TV, it didn't matter what channel. They could have put it on the goddamn Hallmark channel and I would have been there watching it every single Friday. SmackDown in the 2000s was just awesome. There was just something so special about SmackDown. Just seeing this logo, seeing this stage, I get the warm and fuzzies. Especially when SmackDown became Friday Night SmackDown. When you're older, the last thing you want to do is spend Friday night inside watching TV. But when you're a kid and it's Friday, it's time for the weekend, there was nothing better than going home and waiting for 8 p.m.
Yeah, because SmackDown used to be on used to come on Thursday, if I can recall. When it first came out, I think it used to come on Thursday at one point. Then they tried. I think they tried music on Tuesday, because because the live show, because the SmackDown was taped, because SmackDown at the time before was taped and it was like recorded on a Tuesday and it come out like on Thursday.
And watching SmackDown, there was no better way to start the weekend. SmackDown in the 2000s just felt right. Listen, I watched Raw. I loved Raw. I had fun watching Raw. But if I could only choose one show to watch from back in the day, I will always choose SmackDown. And the best part was everyone was watching SmackDown. I know for a fact that so many kids grew up just watching SmackDown as their WWE fix because it was on network television. I had so many friends that didn't watch Raw because they didn't have cable, so they couldn't. But they never complained because SmackDown was all they ever needed. The stage, the colors, the aesthetic, the roster.
And it will tell you the story of what happened on the last one. Like I said, when back before the split, when it's continuation, it'll tell you what happened, so you didn't miss nothing.
It was so chill and such a different vibe than Raw. Raw always felt like the super try-hard, sweaty-ass show, whereas SmackDown was honestly the wrestling we all wanted to see. SmackDown was the show where John Cena got his start and became the GOAT. This was where you would see Rey Mysterio jumping up the sky, just doing his thing. There was no way in hell that Rey Mysterio would have ever gotten the same chances he got on SmackDown on Raw. To simply put it, SmackDown had all the real ones. They had Angle, Rey, Eddie, Cena, and then Batista, eventually Booker T, Benoit, the Cruiserweights, the tag division, and SmackDown was the place where you got The Undertaker. If you wanted to see the dead man, he was SmackDown all the way, which was a huge draw. When they announced like, oh, next week on SmackDown, The Undertaker is back, yo, you best believe that everyone was hyped and we would wait the entire week just to see The Undertaker. Was his entrance gonna be longer than the match? Of course. But we were still so excited. And even I have to give credit to none other than Edge. Edge carried SmackDown so hard you would have thought it was Lita. But when I think back of SmackDown in the
he said that Edge hit SmackDown so hard you would think it was Lita. I'm mad he said that. Lord.
The 2000s, one thing I remember is how the mid-card was filled with the most random shit, but it was still amazing. This was the time of the boogie.
Mid-card was getting some pop, was almost as big, and some almost bigger than the top card.
Man, the weird ass creep who ate worms and crawled on the floor, bashing a clock on his head. Simon Dean, the personal trainer. MVP, the guy who thought he was an NBA free agent. Deuce and Domino, the tag team which was stuck in the 1950s. They legit had a pirate running around. Paul Burchill. And if that wasn't enough, how about Vito? Vito wrestled in a dress.
Oh my God. Bless his heart. He was a brave man for that, though. He was a brave man to go through that gimmick, though. Went from being the enforcer for the full FBI, full-blooded Italian, to wearing a dress. He hats off to him, man. He was brave for that. But yes, oh my God. Deuce and Domino, oh my God, I remember them too. Yes. And Cherry, whoo.
And this was his finisher. Oh my God, this is why I don't tell people I'm a wrestling fan. As dumb as some of those were, it was still fun and it was still all good. Because
shout out to him. He's returned as the work backstage.
At the same time, you had Batista and Rey Mysterio tagging together, Edge cashing in, the ring breaking, Great Khali squishing Rey Mysterio's head like a cantaloupe, making every kid traumatized. For real, when this happened, I thought Rey was actually dead. I mean, look at him. This was the one time where I really hoped wrestling.
At the time, I was I think it was either a teenager or going in my college years. So I'm telling my age, but yeah. But that shit, I can imagine kids thinking that. Oh my God! I actually placed in the group because people in the group I'm in is younger than me, and they said that shit traumatized me as a kid.
Was fake because I didn't want my boy Rey Mysterio to be
Batista,
dead. Yeah, man. Regardless of people dying, it was a good time. You had everything, and it never felt like a chore to watch. Whether it was King Booker, who I hated, but looking back, this man is a comedic genius. You would have rap battles. You would have Teddy Long doing his thing, Kurt Angle on a wheelchair,
Teddy was kind of rip,
and Festus. Yo, this was the funniest.
You would not believe that was Luke. You would not believe that was Luke Gallows at one point. Biscuit and gravy, yo, biscuit and gravy. That team was that theme slap. I'm sorry, Jesse and Festus theme slap. Biscuit and gravy, yo, that gym was crazy. That thing slap, and then oh my God, y'all don't understand the persona. Let me see if he talks about the persona. Yeah, they gonna talk about it. Yes.
Thing ever. They had Festus, a man who was whatever this is. Okay. But as soon as the bell rang, he became goated, just a straight up beast. I remember when Shawn Michaels.
That shit was, that shit was gold to me. I don't care what anybody said. It may be cringe to you. That shit was gold to me. Dude was coming here all dumbfounded and walking around. But then the ring button rang. He like, they be fucking everybody up though. Oh my god, that shit was so lovely. Oh yeah, but that shit was comedy gold to me. I always look. The thing about it, I look forward to watch his match because of that. Oh, then he had him join the Straight Edge Society, and it was over. Oh god, he became Lou Gallows.
He became golden, just a straight out beast. I remember when Shawn Michaels put up on Smackdown to mock Taker, and every time a Raw man put up on Smackdown, it was actually a big deal. And of course, the night that I was depressed after watching Smackdown, it was Jeff Hardy and CM Punk in a cage match where Jeff lost. He had to leave the WWE, and he lost. So I spent the rest of the night on my PSP listening to Linkin Park in the end. I literally thought,
I think this is when he went back to Impact.
I was never gonna see this man again. You had Edge marrying Vicky Guerrero just for Triple H to show everyone that he cheated on her with a wedding planner. Off the top of my head, there are.
Where play at the time was Alicia Fox, but she was known as Terry or something like that. I forgot what her name was.
There's so many random matches I remember. SmackDown was just the wave. It was kind of like this.
Oh,
Raw was the show that the company made, which they did everything they wanted, but they kind of let SmackDown do its own thing and kind of just use that to give what the fans wanted. So SmackDown in that sense was always just fun. Except when JBL was the champion, that was kind of rough. But yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, when this man went hunting for illegal immigrants at the Mexican border, that is top tier.
He was doing too much as JBL. That right there, he was doing. I remember watching that. I remember really watching this, and because my cousin didn't watch. This is like reverse now. My cousin didn't watch wrestling for a minute, and he like, what's that Vince McMahon? Like, no, that's Bradshaw. He looked at me like I was saying some dumb. I was trying to be funny. No, I'm like, bruh, that's Bradshaw. Yo.
The funniest segments in wrestling history. This was something straight out of a South Park episode. He was literally Cartman at the Mexican border. SmackDown was just a show where you spent your Fridays watching. Your family probably sat with you and watched it, even though half of them probably hated wrestling. Awesome. Your friends probably came over after playing outside and you just all enjoyed it. So much talent, so many great matches. Every week there would be a fire match or a segment, but SmackDown was the wrestling show, whereas Raw was the entertainment show. SmackDown was the show where you saw your new favorite wrestler slowly become somebody. It was the show where the WWE sent their wrestlers that they thought were kind of on the B tier to go do their thing, but they were still so awesome that in my eyes, they were the A tier. At the end of the day, as much as I loved Raw, it always felt so extra and too much. Yeah, it was still fun, but SmackDown was the sweet spot. When I think of 2000s wrestling, I think of SmackDown. My fondest memories are me sitting there with my mom on Friday nights watching SmackDown. Batista versus Taker in the cage, Rey Mysterio just doing his thing. Even the 08 to 09 era was a fun time. Obviously, the WWE in the 2000s, I loved it, my childhood, blah blah blah, you've heard it all before. But when you really dig deep, SmackDown, like I said, SmackDown was the wave. SmackDown is a large part of the reason why it was so special to us in the first place. Friday nights, 8 p.m. on the CW, I was hyped. Just take me back. In the comments below, let me know your all-time favorite SmackDown moment from the 2000s. And before I leave, I think it's time to hit you with the greatest theme song.
Oh man, but yeah, this was the in 2000 was all 60. I didn't look that up more, but yeah, this was everything. Almost everything he said right there was yes. Everything he said was true, major facts. Everything about SmackDown in the 2000s was awesome. That was the show to watch. Raw had moments, but that was the show to watch. Again, because it was on national television or anything too. Before it got moved to before they moved to Sci-Fi, then the USA, now on Fox. Now it's on national television again with Fox. But yeah, SmackDown was the show, and it's back to being the show, even though we got a tribal dickhead who's an attention whore, who's begging for knowledge that's holding the title right now. That a guy that used to be the big dog Roman Reigns, now he's some tribal attention-seeking douchebag. But anyway, but we got people in place of it now. Now we have Drew. Before we had Jeff Hardy, Kevin Owens, and we had Jeff Hardy down. Kevin Owens, Cesaro, Street Profits, and everything. Bianca Belair. Now we got Drew and Jeff Hardy. Still have Cesaro and somewhat Brock Lesnar. But other than that, fun times in the 2000 on SmackDown. And if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.